I think it's recording. So, what's up? My name is Shark. Today I'm doing a little bit of an update video and kind of talking about the Gym Cup, what was good, what was bad, some things that could be fixed in the future. We're gonna real quickly pull out of here. Just a little drop off of some towel or something. I don't know, something good. I am playing this with a wheel, so apologies if you hear the vibrations or if that shows up in the recording, or if it's annoying. My apologies. We're gonna make sure it's clear, and we're gonna head out. This game is this is Euro Truck Simulator 2 if you're not sure what it is. I don't own American Truck Simulator, although I probably should. I do like this one. It's pretty fun. It's pretty chill. It's how I find, how I chill rather, is doing this stuff. Because despite it being a semi-realistic simulator where you try to be following with all the rules and whatnot, it's pretty enjoyable. This guy's slow as baloney. Okay. So yeah, the Gym Cup happened this weekend, and it was good. There's some moments of it that were really fun. However, it was a bit of a cluster F, if you know what I mean, for the organization, and the overall execution was not really, despite being planned over supposed to be a month. Oh, sorry, it's a good time. I was not looking at the car in front of me here, or rather, I was looking at that, not the light. So. It wasn't really well planned out, I think, or really well executed, and that's unfortunate because I mean, I know these guys are kind of new to leading stuff and new to running tournaments, which are very challenging, mind you. And, you know, I do have respect for them because I've been there, done that, and it's not easy. You know, trying to get everything working and together and everyone being able to compete is a challenge, especially online where people have issues. You know, when they're in person, it's a little easier because at least people are together. But you know, it can be very challenging. So let's get on the road here. We're gonna pick up our what are these things? These are wood shavings. 14 tons of it. Doesn't seem that much very useful, but whatever. So yeah, it was. Servers were all over the place. It seems like servers weren't really planned well beforehand. We were on the New York 2. The DGL server, and didn't have Archon at all, which is rather strange. I mean, they didn't even have the gym like plugin or theater or anything. It was still the old DGL one, which is it's what I know, which I like. Nice being able to use what I already know, but it really came off professional, and it seems like they're not really. I think they're still learning how to do it, and they're still kind of figuring things out as they're going. So. You gonna wait for me? No? Okay. Oh, thank you. Thanks, dude. Cool, dude. So yeah, nothing against the admins too. I mean, I'm friend. I'd say I'm sort of friends. I know them all, and I know they're all good people. So I don't want to try and bash them, but there were some things about it that weren't good. Yeah, the servers got to be in top shape before the event. Like that. That's pretty bad, man. Like, you can't have like a sparring match in a ring that's not fully assembled or at least taped out. You know, like that's a bad sign. You know, if they're taping the building like while the competitors are signing in, that's really bad. Like that stuff has to be figured out beforehand. You know. Although I've seen some tournaments where it happens. You know, it's definitely not the first one. Not the first time I've seen it. You know, it does happen. So sometimes things happen out of plan, and you gotta kind of make do, you know. But yeah, let me load this up real quick. So do it at speed. In case you didn't know already from the driving, but I'm not a truck driver. I don't really try to play it realistically. I sort of play it for fun. And there we go. Oh, oops. And we're good. Alright. Oh, that's the, these are some mod stuff, some workshop stuff for, they're kind of fun. Let's get our way out of here. Good. We are all clear. So this is a 200-kilometer journey. This is pretty short. Usually I do, like, multiple 2K runs. I usually do, like, 1 or 2 of those a day. This is going to be a little shorter because I don't have much to really say involving the Gym Cup in the future. So, yeah, let's slow down. Get to the story real quick once we get back on the road here. Okay, that's clear. Lights are clear. That looks clear. We're good. Let's go. Alright. There we go. That looks good. Alright. So, oh, come on. Right as we get up to it. Of course. Okay, well. It's gonna be happenstance. Every light we're gonna go up to is gonna be a red light, you know. We're gonna wait for this. Are you going down or what? We're just gonna go ahead then, I guess? If I get hit with one of these things because I didn't do it right, that would be very annoying. I guess we're just gonna go ahead then. Oops. Don't mind me going the other lane. You know. How much gas do I have? 600? Alright, I'm fine. I'll get gas later. So, yeah, management could use some work in the future. I think they're all learning, so that's that. When it came to the actual match and stuff, we played against 3 teams: Sanity, F-Dude, and the Daddies, and XI. Now, Sanity, they were a new team. I've never seen any of them before. I mean, I don't play in the gym, so they might have been playing in the gym previously, but I've never heard of them. They were actually very, very well skilled. I'm very impressed with how well they did. They had some really good pre-nades. We played them on Ministry. They were nading Bravo and B main very, very accurately, throwing good nades, throwing good rotations. Very, very impressed with how well they did. The only thing is, tall-wise, we didn't really have our captain. Muzzle couldn't actually play because he was partly an admin, but also he couldn't play because of internet connection. Somehow he was on a tablet, moving people around. It wasn't good. It was rough, you know. It wasn't. It was pretty much one of the worst case scenarios we could have happen. Plus, we had to sub out. I think we had Noji was there, Horse was there, but we didn't have Facepalm or Doge or anybody, so we had to swap out with Vitreous and Saboya, who are brand new to competitive stuff. So, they did a great job despite the conditions, but not having our full roster of people who were trained and practiced and ready to go, it made it pretty challenging. And when it came time for the first game, they pretty much whooped our butts. After the first pistol round where we kind of dominated them, they came back and dominated us for that entire game. I did pull out a 4K sniper, kind of kills and stuff, but other than that, it was pretty uneventful. They pretty much won all the gunfights. That was that. We tried changing it up a little bit and did a 5-stack on tunnels, which was pretty funny. They weren't really ready for that one, but after a while, and after, you know, they tried to cap Charlie, but someone came down, and despite all 3 of them working together, they still all died, which is, at that point, that's a pretty big red flag for me that there's not a lot of hope here. As much, not to be a downer, but if you can't if you can't win a 1-on-3, like 3-on-1 fight against somebody, that's a bad sign, you know. Hell, it could have been a 2-on-3 for all I know. They weren't really calling stuff either, which is, as bad as that is, just get back on the lines there, it's not really, I'm not that much of a stickler on that. As long as you can get the kills. You know, if you can get the kills and actually get the gameplay in, if you don't call it that much, it's kind of fine with me, but they weren't able to, so it's not good. On the lights getting a little dark. Slow down a little bit. Slow driver up here. Okay. Wow, he's way slower. We'll just wait. I'm not in a big hurry. So, let's see. We have how long to go? 150. All right. So first game against Sanity, I already talked about that one. Next game was against F-Dude and the Daddies. These were all kind of Division 2 level players, at least from the old school DGL wise. They were old Div 2 players, at least so I think they were kind of skill wise. They did pretty well against us. We got more runs on them than I expected. I don't know if they were just not serious or they were joking around, but they really were. I don't know if they weren't taking it seriously or something. I don't know, but I think all was blinking. I'm not sure why there's a blinking white. Anyways, they it was pretty good actually. We got a couple rounds on them more than I expected, like I said before. Oh, all right. It's a slow break, cool with me. And then we have another one, of course. At least we have some more open roads so we can pass them. Yeah, second game. We played on station. We did get some good pre-nades in, but I don't know, went as expected. We didn't really have a good system and a good team together, but we did pretty well. I'm pretty proud of everybody. Noji got a 4K clutch for the win, 4K with an M9 and heavy armor only, which was pretty amazing, pretty funny. I'm sure they weren't expecting that, so that was funny. Let's see. So that was the second game. Third game was against XI, and they were not as skilled as we were. And when it came down to it, we were able to get the kills more often than they could, and we ended up stopping them pretty hard. It was 11-1, I think. The first round we just lost because of somebody losing a lane, and other than that, it was pretty much a stomp fest. Alright, let's see. Where are they going? Is he turning? Oh, should be. Put on our lights. Looks like it's starting to get a little dark out, so be good too. Also some clouds up there, so it might be some rain. We'll see. Anyways, so we stomped the third game. We had 1 win, 2 losses on the board. We had a higher RD than XI, I think. So, but the cider game was between XI and Sanity, right? And this was supposed to be hosted on, I think, the DGL New York server, or the other one rather, the European one. For some reason, XI and Sanity couldn't connect to it, and specifically Sanity couldn't. And if they didn't play, or if they weren't able to play, we'd win them on a round differential, because it'd be a one. Everyone would have basically 1-2, and based on RD, and we'd have the most, which would be good. Oh, this guy's slow. We would basically won the group event. We would have moved on to the next quarterfinals. However, based on admin decision, Sanity got to play, and they ended up winning the forfeit, quote unquote, and they got to move on, which I think they were eliminated shortly after the Daddies, or one of them. Good teams, you know. There were quite a few upsets I didn't expect. A couple teams really didn't perform that well, despite having good players, which is kind of surprising. Let's see. Okay. Overall, I think once the ball got rolling and people started talking and things were sorted out, it got good. It did take a while to get started, which wasn't really good. I know, of course, and things take time, of course, I understand that. Plus, time wasn't really planned out well from the organizers, which is, it's natural. I'll blame them for that. But, I think overall it was a pretty good tournament. I would recommend, I'm not going to be, so, yeah, here's something else. I'm not competing in any more Gym Cups at all, or any DGL stuff involving Insurgency. I am 110% completely out. Before, I technically retired in March, where I stated that I was going to be not competing anything anymore, but I came back for a little bit to try and help people and help Muzzle with building up his stuff. Now, as a player, of course, not as a captain, but now I am definitely out on both. I've lost a lot of interest in it. I've lost a lot of passion for it. At this point, I'm out. It's no longer fun. It's honestly just no longer fun to play stacked teams and play. Either it's a stacked team you're up against, or you're the stacked team and you don't really have much of a fair fight, you know. And that's not fun for me, you know. So I mean, and even if I had a fair fight now, I don't even think I'd want to play it, because it's just it's not fun to play in games that aren't really well balanced, you know. And fortunately, because of the lack of people playing competitive Insurgency right now, there's not much we can really do about that. You know, they're all going to be a little bit unbalanced, which means you have to either get good or get out. And oh shoot, I'm gonna go back actually. Don't mind me near the lane. Thank you. I'm sure they're honking. I'm sure they'd be honking at me if they could. Oh great, windy parts, my favorite. How much is it? Oh, it's not too bad. Okay. We're in a slow ride. Oh, he wants to go over. Okay. So yeah, come on, you had that. Whatever. So the thing is, if you try to merge too fast into this stuff, you're gonna crash and you have a real bad time. And since this is a World of Trucks delivery and stuff, and it's recorded, I don't want to have a bad delivery on there. You know, if it's something like a quick truck job or something, not as big of a deal if I crash it. But with it being my truck, I don't want to break it. You know, it costs money. I can break the car because I have a little Skoda in here, and that thing's fun to mess around with and speed demon and whatnot. But yeah, it's not good to crash. You know, although that windmill is nice looking, by the way. Anyway, so since I'm not doing any more Insurgency competitive stuff, I'm gonna be moving over to Dirt Rally and some Dirt 4, and right now I'm keeping it to rally stuff. In the future, I'd like to maybe try out some of the entry-level racing stuff of like track stuff, maybe a little bit of ovals. I'm not much of a oval guy though, more of a road course guy. But in the future, I would like to get into that. I do have this T150 wheel, which you can probably hear buzzing around right now. Bought that, geez, 19 days ago. It was like yesterday. But yeah, I'm begin doing that a little bit more now. As you can kind of tell from the content, I've been posting much Insurgency videos, and other than the weekly TAW events that I stream, I'm going to be pretty much going away from Insurgency. I've already been kind of that way already, so nothing too different really. It's just that I'm kind of announcing it on here so you can kind of understand kind of a official thing on here. Kind of like how the developers stopped working on the game a year ago and then announced a year later they actually stopped working on it, you know. As far as we know, at least. Because I mean they have been working on stuff on fixing bugs and patches and whatnot, but I mean their Insurgency development's pretty much dead. It's been dead for a while, and I think everyone kind of knew that. As much as there's the, you know, NWI fanboys who will, like, you know, say, you know, oh, they do care about us. Look, you know, like, the thing is, eventually you gotta let a game die. Like, you can't keep putting up a game forever and a day, you know, you gotta move on to bigger things. And, like, Insurgency had its time in the sun, it had its fans, it had its group of people who were dedicated. I'm not worried about the fuel, I got a while. It eventually just kind of ran out, you know, so. I'm not looking at any new Insurgency things. I haven't for a long time. And even then, the stuff that they did add was strange and didn't make sense. So, let me just turn in here. The last great update was the Humble Bundle, which, I mean, it's not good either, but, you know, whatever. That's life. And things you gotta just, sometimes in life you gotta move on. Kind of like this delivery, because I'm not going to park it, because I suck at parking like this. I've never been able to do this. I can do these. You just have to drive forward, but in order to save 20 minutes of going, oh, I don't know where to go, we're going to skip that, because honestly, I suck at those. It's the only thing I'm not good at with this game. I can't do the parking. All is possible. Boop, short little drive, easy cash. So. I'm gonna go fill up some gas, and then I'll cut the video here. So, in the future, I'm gonna be doing a lot more dirt videos and stuff. I'll be posting more Project Cars 2. I will Project Cars 1, of course, more of videos like that, you know, because there's instant Project Cars coming out, so you can't say Project Cars 2 without implying Project Cars 2, you know, if that makes any sense. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's see, how far away is it for gas? Should be right down the road or something. Oh, come on. There's like nothing. Like, at all. How far away is this? No. How far is this? 100. This is... Probably just gonna do this and then teleport back or something. Alright, we'll drive down there and fill her up and then we'll call it a day, so. Yeah, I don't know. Insurgency's a love-hate thing at this point. I loved elements of it, but now I more or less don't like it. I know I keep playing it for TAW and stuff, and I don't want to leave TAW because I do genuinely like the group here, but I mean, my interest in Insurgency is pretty much to nothing. Like, I don't have much of an interest left. Nothing against the guys. Everyone there is really friendly and stuff, and we're almost in the game that can be really, really fun sometimes, like getting some good pistol kills, but when it comes down to it, I'm pretty much burnt out, you know. I don't have much left, really. That was a little risky. Probably should have slowed down for that. That's beside the point. Hold on. What is this map? Am I going forward or am I going left? What? Oh, that's why. Okay, so we are doing that. I don't know why I had me going to somewhere else. Like I misclicked or something. Anyways. Yeah, I have little to no interest in Insurgency at this point. I had my time, I had my fun, but I have my 1,800 hours worth of it. Okay, like if I hit 2,000 hours, I think that's when I'll probably finish the game and stop playing it. You know, I would like to be able to do at least the rest of the TAW events for as long as the division's gonna be around for. We haven't talked yet about spinning up Sandstorm. In case you don't know anything about TAW. Within TAW, if you want to do a game to join TAW, you have to officially spin up a game. So because this Sandstorm is going to be a different game that costs money, we're gonna have to spin up the game as if we are brand new, and as if we're bringing in a whole new product. So if we're gonna do that again, I have to go back to Vanguard and go through the whole process within TA. It's not hard. We already have a pretty good, solid membership here in leadership. Sunset. A little distracted there. Don't mind me. So we already have a pretty good leadership within TA. It shouldn't be too hard to spin up. It's kind of like the battlefields. They have their yearly spin up and whatnot, and they do pretty well. They keep most of their members. Yeah, we haven't decided yet what we're going to do involving Sandstorm. We're going to get more, once we get more information, we'll probably make a decision, but if things don't work out there, I'll probably go to streaming operations and help them do stuff and help stream, because I do find that pretty fun. However, this is our final destination. Safe kind, the good kind, not the your dead kind, so we're going to slow down real quick in here. Thank you, Tesco. Bloop. Alright. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you can hear me this whole time. I'm terrible at having muted. But, oh. Press the pedals. Alright. So, yeah, that's it. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you'll watch it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you watched it. I don't know. It's up to you. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So, I might do one of these weekly talking about what's gonna be in the future, but right now things are quiet. There's not much really going on. I just want to get something out about the Gym Cup and the future, at least for me, of competitive insurgency. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video, whenever that is. So, peace.